Let me know what you guys think of this pallet riser. It's all 3/8 plate, like we talked about, so it's going to be very, very strong. And I've put a notch down the middle so that we can move it into place because it's obviously going to be pretty heavy. I don't think that a piece of sheet metal on the top of these stands is necessary. If you think like a 1/4 inch plate is, then let me know and I'll add that. That's not a big deal. Um, Here's what it looks like. That's the pallet. That's the size of a pallet. So that gives you some idea what it's going to look like. I actually went up another inch taller than 2 pallets high, right? We talked about um, going 2 pallets high. So everything here is twice as high as this pallet here. And then the pallet would sit there and it would give you another inch for if you wanted to stack one more pallet on top of there. If that's, excuse me, if that's a problem, let me know. I'll just shorten that up. Not a big deal. The other question I had for you was I modeled everything coming in from the narrow direction. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Turn that pallet back off. I'm imagining that people are loading these things. There's the tapered inlet like you asked for. I'm imagining they're loading it from the narrow end. Let me know if I need to turn this around on its side and make it where it's loading from the wide end. Let me show you how I've got this. This is what everything looks like torn apart. So you can see how I've got everything puzzle pieced together. I think it'll be a very strong, indestructible stand. One other thing I wanted to mention was where the bolts hit the ground. I've actually got those tabs sitting up off the ground so that if the ground's not level or for whatever reason, that'll actually, we're physically pulling this thing down to the ground rather than resting on the ground. I could do that differently if you want. I don't think it's going to hurt anybody. You'll just drill the hole and put the stud in there and it should work just fine. But if that bothers you, then let me know. I did that on all the corners where the tabs are then. What it does is it gives me a way to lay these on the floor and hit this with a C-clamp and pull it in tight and everything's tabbed in place. So if I go lower with it, it breaks out the bottom and the C-clamp hits the floor and everything. It's not a big deal, but if you don't like it, let me know now. That's why I do these videos. So let me know if this is what you want. I'll put the pallet back in there one more time. Like we said, there's a 1/4 inch of space on either side of the pallet. And it's got about a 3-inch inlet tapered to sort of guide the people in there. And if it's not what you want, then I'll change this model and we'll take another stab at it. Thank you.